Hey, it's Elena here. I wanted to take some time this morning to give you my 10 best tips for meal prepping as efficiently and as simply as possible. So the first thing I have is make sure you always have a drink. Usually I do my superfood smoothie, but since I haven't got to my workout yet, I'm sipping on my pre-workout. That just helps make sure that you're hydrated, that you're getting energy, but you're also not gonna be super hungry. So that's my first tip. Second tip is get out and be prepared to utilize as many appliances as possible. So I have things like this large baking sheet that I will either drizzle a little oil on or spray and be able to roast things in the oven. So have your oven preheated to like 400, 425, depending on how hot your oven gets. I utilize my noodle, my Veggetti that I make zucchini noodles with, and I have a rice cooker slash vegetable steamer. It has like a steaming basket on the top. I can cook a bunch of veggies in there in as little as 20 minutes if I utilize that with just putting a little water at the bottom. I'll show you, I have a toaster oven that I will use. I will spritz this little thing with oil. I could also use like the toaster up top, but I usually cook like things like chicken sausages, kielbasa sausages that are sliced and things like that. Crock pots are a good thing to use. You can cook a bunch of like green beans in there. This has leftover soup that I made a couple days ago, chicken and vegetable soup. I love my cast iron, and I will use this lid and I'll put oil and a little bit of water in it and my seasonings of choice, and can cook up a whole huge bag of like frozen green beans or broccoli or little things like that. I also will use a pot if I want to make some hard-boiled eggs, boil them in water. I use this little pan here. Usually use that mostly for cauliflower rice or eggs and things like that. And I'm gonna get to some of those things that I make. So that's my second tip, is just to get out and have ready as many appliances as possible. My third one is your seasonings of choice. So I keep it super simple when it comes to flavoring my stuff. I use things like garlic powder, stuff like that. I use a lot of extra virgin olive oil or extra virgin coconut oil, but my favorite seasonings right now that I'll mix and match and use in almost every dish I make are these McCormick seasonings. So my favorite one is the pink Himalayan salt one here, but I use these. They don't have any sugar added to them. The ingredients are very simple: pink Himalayan salt, garlic, onion, sea salt, black pepper, red bell pepper, lemon peel, parsley, and garlic oil. Super simple. They're big, so you can use a lot of them. You can get them at any store, but they can be mixed and matched in anything. The only thing I have to do different is when I make taco meat for Taco Salad Tuesdays. All right, that's my third thing, is your seasonings of choice. My fourth thing is, what meals do you need the most for? So, or what meals take the longest? Usually dinners, cooking a bunch of meats, things like that. Breakfast is a big meal I prep for every week. So just knowing what meals you need the most things for. Like if you're home for other meals, or if you like to cook dinner fresh every night, then obviously you don't have to plan ahead and prep for that meal. Or maybe like prep for the nights that you're gonna be more busy and not for the nights you aren't, where you can make things fresh. So know what you need to do there. Next thing I do, my fifth tip I should say, is having lots of fresh raw fruits and veggies washed. I usually, when I get home from the store, I have a big sink and I'll put about 2 parts water to 1 part just regular white distilled vinegar. Let them soak for a little bit, take them off. Things like cucumbers, obviously you don't do carrots that are in a bag, zucchini and things like that. You don't necessarily need to like soak those. I normally just rinse them off and then dry them right away, because they will get like, I don't know, they are very porous skin, like thinner skin, so it'll soak in and they can get like kind of decomposed a little bit. But the biggest thing I do is I keep all my fresh fruits and veggies in open glass containers. So all I have to do is reach in and grab them for a snack. If I need to pack some, I just grab some and pack them for a day, little things like that. But storing in glass containers is huge for fruits and vegetables, and keeping them in an open container, because if you put them in lids, like fresh fruits and veggies are used to being outside, getting fresh air, so they need to be able to breathe. So don't ever put them in closed containers. If there's something like when I make my zucchini noodles and things like that, I'll put them in a glass container lined with paper towels. I do the same thing for spinach, and those I put lids on just because they do fine with that. But keeping that paper towel in there helps keep the moisture from absorbing in the vegetables, but it also keeps it lasting longer. So that's my other option, or thing. My sixth thing is how to cook a bunch of things at once. So I showed you how I have all those different appliances. If things need to be preheated or prepared in some way, I make sure I get all those ready before I even start, have them all plugged in and things like that. So like I said, I will have like veggies, maybe meats and things like that cooking in the oven. My husband has been doing a lot of grilling, so he will pretty much cook all of our meats for the week, but today he's making a huge thing of crock pot chili. So we're gonna have chili and stuff for the week for our meats. A couple weeks ago we did lasagna. He did his with regular pan or noodles. I did mine with sliced zucchini. So having things like that ready, that you can make a bunch of all at once and not have to worry about it. Like I said, I have all roast vegetables in my thing. I cook some vegetables in my cast iron, or I can do meats in the cast iron as well. I have a crock pot, a pot of water if you want to hard boil eggs, my toaster oven. I sometimes utilize my vegetable steamer and rice cooker. And then with the zucchini noodles, I don't cook them ahead of time. I keep them raw because you can technically eat them raw, or that way you can just throw them in with the meal, and then when you take them to work, like if you had, I don't know, say spaghetti meat with sauce, all you'd have to do to get it ready for that day to take it to work is just to throw the noodles, the zucchini noodles on the bottom, and then throw the meat sauce on top, and then you'll have them ready, and then you can just cook them when you heat them in the microwave to eat. So that's kind of how I do a lot of things at once. The last thing I do is I mix and match. So I don't rarely ever do I cook meals like big like casseroles or one pot dishes and things like that, unless there's something that's going to be in the crock pot, because I like having a little bit of variety or being able to mix and match my meals as I want. Like a lot of times I'll do just salads or something for lunch or dinner because they're quick and easy. You can throw a bunch of stuff in a bowl together and then be good. So I like having my meats separate from everything so that I can do that. I can throw them on a salad if I want, or in a stir fry, or in a soup, or whatever I want to do, or just have them as themselves with some green beans or broccoli or something on the side. I like being able to have that variety. I utilize a lot of frozen things. So something that's quick for a quick meal for the week is I get these plain cauliflower pizza crusts. That way all I have to do is top it with sauce and whatever toppings I want. I did these last week. They kind of get a little bit mushy, but I just pan fried them a little bit in oil and then threw some cheese on top, and they tasted like macaroni and cheese. I do the same thing with zucchini noodles and things like that. That's butternut squash. This is another thing I can cauliflowerize. I add these to my shakes. I'll do them, you can throw them in stir fries, you can throw them in taco meat to amp up the veggies. I do a healthy Sloppy Joe recipe, and I'll eat my Sloppy Joes on top of this. They're just great to be able to have on hand to throw in any meal, or to have on their own, or add cheese to them, make them kind of like mac and cheese. I just cook those in oil just enough to cook them through. I get these big bags of frozen, well, they're fresh at Walmart in the produce section, but then I add them And then I throw them in the freezer so they last longer. But they're fresh green beans. They're huge. My daughter likes them. She calls them her crunchy green beans. I roast them, or I cook them in the cast iron, or sometimes I've even put them in the crock pot and let them cook all day. I also get these huge bags of frozen broccoli from Birds Eye, and I'll have them. I like them because it doesn't have a bunch of like the end pieces like just randomly in there. They're actually the full like broccoli floree. I love having that just to be able to use that for like I said, cook it in the cast iron, roast it in the oven, whatever I need to do. Lastly, this is what I make for breakfast to have alongside my shake. My daughters have it with fruit every day. I've been doing this for over a year now, and it works really well. But I get just a whole carton of free-range organic brown eggs. I get this mild ground Italian sausage from Walmart. And then I won't use a whole bag. I used to, but my daughters didn't like having that much spinach in it. But I'll take this and I'll just shred it. So what I do is I cook the Italian sausage first in this little pan here with a little bit of oil. Once that's all brown, then I add in the spinach because it kind of flavors the spinach, and wilt that all down. And then lastly, I add the eggs and kind of mix it all in and make one big scramble. So the key is, once again, use glass container because it helps with moisture and helps things last longer. But because the sausage and the spinach is in there, it keeps the eggs from getting as mushy, and it'll make enough for us to last over a week. So for 7+ days of breakfast, because I just do a little bit on the side of my shake. My girls both just do a little bit, and they pair theirs with fruit. And that's pretty much what I do to meal prep. Is I do a lot of mix and match and just cooking a lot of things in bulk to have them on hand. I try to keep them stored in the fridge in my glass containers, but I try to keep them on eye level shelves so that I can see them, so I'm not as tempted to like grab something not as healthy, which we don't have a lot of that in our house, mostly just my husband's. But just having that thing, like I used to keep fresh fruits and veggies like out on those shelves too. I don't as much anymore because it's become a habit now, so I know they're in there and I'll just reach in and grab them. My daughters do the same. But little things like that will trick the mind and help you be more set up for success. But hopefully this helps. Last thing you do is just rest easy because you know that your week is prepared for and you got it all done, and now you can just enjoy yourself. So hope you all have an awesome Sunday, and I'll talk to you soon.